So this is a little morning rant. This is about a video that I did, like, I want to say a year ago, where I was basically saying I'm going to sip mimosas in somebody's bed and breakfast, and you know, while y'all are being fruitful and multiplying, I'm going to be living my best life. That short that I posted, I want to say a year ago, has been getting a lot of attention, and I've been getting a lot of negative feedback on that particular video within this last like month or so. I don't know what it is. The mimosa thing really got a lot of mothers up in arms. They're like, I could do all of that and I have 3 kids. I could do all of that and I have 4 kids. I have a kid. My kids are grown. And I'm like, listen, if you are a mother and you're watching this video in a child-free woman's video, in a child-free space, it's a woman-centered space, okay? Mothers are welcome here. All women are welcome here, generally speaking, okay? But please understand that the one thing that everybody ignored was that I was responding to someone telling me that I'm supposed to be fruitful and multiply, and my duty as a black woman is to be having kids, okay? That was a response video. And I'm going to keep doing that, by the way. I'm going to keep responding very sarcastically and condescendingly, because that's just the way I am, and that's the way my brain functions, and I'm going to die that way. So I just want y'all to know, nothing you say is going to change anything, okay? When you guys get on here and talk about how, you know, child-free women are going to die alone and we're not going to have anybody to take care of us when we're old, I want you to know that I don't give a shit. I don't care. Okay? I don't live my life like that. I don't live my life worrying about a future that may or may not even come. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's so stupid to me. And for you guys to assume that this has not been thought about over the past 33 years, because I've been saying I don't want kids since I was 7, and I just turned 40 in October of 24, okay? So for 33 years, I've been thinking about this, and my mind was made up, okay? Nothing y'all say is going to change anything. But for those of you, if you're a mother that comes here and thinking you feel like you need to explain yourself or explain your situation, with all due respect,
I do not care.
And I'm not saying that I don't care to be rude. I'm letting you know that I just don't care. I feel neutral about it. Like, I don't care in a good way or not in a bad way. It's just neutral. I don't care. Because your life is not the life that I wanted. If I wanted that, if I wanted to balance things, and if I wanted to, you know, feel the joys of motherhood or whatever, I would have just gotten myself knocked up like the rest of y'all did. I'm not trying to be funny either when I say that. I've said this many a times on this channel. Getting knocked up is not hard. Now, I've also been accused of, I probably should include some comments in this video, but I'll probably do a response video with the comments included the next time, right? But I was accused of not being able to have kids too. Now, this is not the first time people have said this to me. I've been hearing this for literally 30 plus years. I'm not even joking. Like, my whole adult life, from the age that I've been telling people I want no kids, and I've been old enough to actually have them, like I hit puberty and stuff, people are like, are you sure? Is it because you can't have kids? You probably can't have kids. A bunch of people said you're barren in my comment section over the last few weeks. Let me tell y'all like this. As someone who has had abortions before, with an S, plural, and as someone who would do it again 300 times if I need to, I'm pretty sure I can have kids. There is no like history in my family of like infertility or anything like that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't even think that's a black woman's issue in general. I think that's white people shit. Now, that could be a very ignorant statement to make, and I'll be the first to admit that I'm wrong if I find out otherwise. But if you really think about it, the main people that I've ever heard complaining about going through IVF and needing fertility treatments and whatever else have been white women or Asian women or anybody that's not black. And I honestly think that when the eugenic thing was happening back in the day, it was probably because there was some jealousy there. Because black women, if anybody's going to pop out a bunch of babies, it's going to be some black women and some Mexicans, some Mexican women or Latina or whatever. I'm not trying to be funny. That's never been a black woman's issue. But I will say this. If I ever went to the doctor and they told me, you can't have kids, you're infertile, or you're barren, or whatever they tell people, that would be the best fucking news of my life. Now, I would be upset because I would think how I've been poisoning my body with birth control for all these years for nothing, right? I mean, you know what I mean? But if I went and they told me that, and I'm sorry to the women who can't have kids. I know this is a very sensitive topic for people, so I'm really trying to be like cordial about this. But for me personally, that would be the best news of my life, because now I won't have to be worried about getting pregnant. I don't have to worry about Roe versus Wade being overthrown, right? Because why would I be angry about Roe versus Wade if I was not able to have kids? That wouldn't even be my problem, right? The right to an abortion, the right to say, I don't want to carry this baby because I can't afford it, or because this man went oops upside my head. Every woman should literally have that option for whatever reason. So all of the fears and all of that stuff would just go away. That would be like the best news of my life. And like I said, I'm sorry to say that to the women who have been having issues with having babies. Chances are, I would tell y'all too, if you are having a problem conceiving or whatever, chances are it's probably the man, by the way. I've known many situations where women left the guy or ended up breaking up with the guy that they couldn't get pregnant by, and instantly got pregnant with somebody else because the man was the problem. I'm just putting that out there, okay? But yeah, so when people say that, they're trying to be funny. I know that, but like I said, that would not bother me one bit. That would be the best news of my life. But I still will use condoms, and I will probably still keep my birth control, even if I was told that, because I would be thinking this is a setup for me to get pregnant, and they're trying to push babies out of all of us, and they're trying to overthrow our rights or whatever. So I would still be skeptical, and I would still be on birth control. I'm just being honest. I'm just saying. So if you want to believe that about me, I really don't care, right? What I do know for sure is that no matter what anyone says or does, or how people come here and comment, I'm still not trashing out my body to have a baby. I am not willing to get stretch marks. I'm not willing to get too much cellulite. I got a little bit. I've been getting a little thicky since I've been in my relationship, right? I got a little bit. I'm doing some squats and some lunges last night before I went to bed, okay? But I'm not about to be uncomfortable in my own body. So the number one way to get to that point is to have a baby. For me personally, everything would stretch out and everything would just not be the way that and I feel like as we get older, the aging process is going to come anyways, right? We're still going to age, but what I'm not about to do is speed up the process by having kids. And that's no offense to anybody, but I've seen what babies have done to most of the women that I've ever met in my life. And no, thank you. My own mother traumatized me. When my mom, there's 6 of us. My mom had C-sections with all 6 of us. And during that time, they had to cut down the center of my mom's stomach. So they changed it to the bikini cut or whatever they call it now, where it's underneath the belt line or whatever. But they had to cut my mama's and the women back in the day down the center. And I love my mother, may she rest in paradise, but that traumatized me in and of itself, along with all the other single mothers that I grew up around who got ditched and stuff after the men begged them for babies. Then they turned around and switched up on them. I've seen enough in my life to know better, okay? No matter what anyone says, I'm not falling for the okie doke. So if you feel the need to come here and say, oh, my life is fine, I can sip mimosas and I can do this with my 5 kids, I don't give a damn. The point was not to say that y'all couldn't do that. The point was to say, instead of me having babies, I'm going to be doing that. I don't know why that was so hard for y'all to get. But the only thing y'all really did was expose to me that you guys feel the need to, I guess, justify your choice because you really deep down regret it. And you don't want to admit defeat. So you have to pretend like having your kids turn out to be the best thing in your life. I don't really believe that that's true for a lot of y'all. The ones who feel the need to get up here and do that. Hold on, my thing's finna fall. There are so many mothers that don't even care about what child-free people are talking about. They're just not taking the time to come in my comment sections to talk to me about anything unless they're coming to be supportive. But the fact that y'all have to do that lets me know everything I need to know about your life, your mountain of regrets. Like that's all it told me, and that's all it's gonna keep telling me. So just I will prefer that you guys just not bother me with this. Don't come in my comment sections, because I'm just gonna use your content or your comments for content. I'm just going to screenshot your comments and make money off of it at this point. That's just what I'm gonna do. Okay, so if you feel the need to do this, then do it, but just know there's gonna be consequences to your actions. You're not gonna get a politically correct sovereign woman over here. It's not gonna happen. Okay. My name, the sovereign woman, literally means a woman who does what the fuck she wants to do against the grain of society. She dances to her own tune. That is literally why I gave my channel that name. So off the bail, by default, I'm not politically correct. Do you hear what I'm saying? Food for thought. Something for y'all to think about. It is so hot in my car. Anyway, leave your comments below. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
All together, girls. 1, 2, 3. Fuck these men on the internet. They don't know what they want, but they will see what they can get. They'll go and waste your one and only precious life while pretending not to have a full receding hairline. So keep your eyes on his hairline and your hand on your drink. For all you know, he is a psychopath. He'll leave you on red, and he won't care if you're dead. And the psychics on TikTok are wrong.